We can start off seated today. And just starting to close your eyes. Just start to settle into your space. And with all this craziness happening in the world right now, there's so many things going on socially, politically, with the world. We are in a pandemic. There's fires and crazy weather happening everywhere. Let's just take a moment today in our practice to really just get grounded in the present moment. And as we move through the practice today, just tell you a little bit about what the plan is. We're going to do a little vinyasa, so we're going to start off a little bit slower. We're going to do 2 rounds of each kind of sequence. So the first one will be slower. You get your options. Show you different options you can take. The second round will be a little bit faster, so we'll just start to move with the breath on the second round. So let's take this time to really just get grounded in the breath. So just noticing any tension in your body. And with that next inhale, start to deepen your breath just a little bit more, drawing that breath in and opening any areas of tension. And as you exhale, also just letting that tension go, maybe letting your shoulders melt down and back, or any areas of tension in your face, or your hips, or anywhere else in your body. Start with a few deep breaths like that. Each inhale just getting a little bit slower and a little bit longer. Maybe even pausing at the top of the breath for a moment to really feel the space in between the breath. And as you exhale, letting go, a little bit more tension. So the end of class today, we'll be doing a loving kindness meditation. And so we're going to weave that in through the class today as well. So we can start to cultivate a little bit more kindness and compassion towards ourselves and to others around us. So you take that next breath in, drawing in something positive into your heart space, something positive into your life that you'd like to draw in from your practice today. And as you exhale, just let go of anything that does not align. Any stress, any worries, maybe even a little bit of anger. All perfectly normal emotions. By using your breath and using your practice, you can consciously really shift that energy and start to raise your vibration. So one more deep breath in, drawing in something positive into your heart space, maybe an intention into your practice. Exhale and let go of all the rest. On your next breath in, you can keep your eyes closed or start to open the eyes, just fluttering the eyes a little bit. And as you inhale, just sweeping your arms out and up, reaching out to the side walls and feeling that extension across your chest. Start to raise those arms up over your head and maybe even look up between your palms if that feels good. As you exhale, just flip those palms and start to reach those arms out and back down to the floor. So start to just kind of flow with that nice, slow, deep breath as you move your arms. And just start to match your breath and your movement. So inhaling as your arms go out and up, lifting, lengthening through the spine and rooting the sit bones down into the earth, and exhale, reaching out across the chest and fingertips coming back down to the ground. And try it again. Inhale one more time, take it up. Inhale as you lift and lengthen and reach across. As you exhale this time, flip the palms forward. You can bend your elbows and really squeeze your shoulder blades together and press and open your heart forward. Feel that openness through the front of the body. Inhale, arms go right back up overhead. As you exhale, coming back into that cactus pose, bend the elbows, open the chest, open the heart. And then as you exhale, draw your right elbow forward and on top of the left elbow. So we're gonna crisscross into what's called eagle arms. And if you cannot get your palms together here in a full eagle arm, that's okay. Just take your hands to your shoulders instead and raise your elbows. So right elbow is on top of left elbow from here. And on your inhale, just take your arms up to the sky. Lift the fingers as high as you can, and exhale, draw the elbows right back down. And as you inhale, just open up those arms again, back into your cactus. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and we'll switch sides. Exhale, crossing left elbow over right elbow. Maybe taking your palms together or taking your hands to your shoulders. On your inhale, lifting your fingers and elbows. And exhale, drawing the elbows down. Inhale to uncross. Open the arms up a little bit wider. Lift them up. And then you can interlace your fingers and take the hands behind the head this time. And press the head back into the hands. Really open up the elbows and take one nice, slow, big breath here. Opening up and expanding on the inhale. And as you exhale, take your hands forward, round your spine. Reach the hands away from the heart, chin to the chest. Inhale, taking your arms back up. And as you exhale, we're going to fold all the way down to the floor here. So just taking your hands all the way down to the ground. Pause here and take 2 big breaths and use your breath to expand the back of the body and open up the back of the body as you breathe. When you exhale, just go ahead and just let the whole body sink down towards the ground. And on your next breath in, just start to walk your hands back towards your feet or your hips and take your shoulders over your hips again. And we'll just come into a little butterfly pose from here. So taking bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. And you can stay in this little butterfly for a moment and just like flap your wings a little bit and loosen up those hips. Loosen up those hips. Let it feel good. And then just relaxing your knees down, just letting go of any of that tension. You can walk those hands back out, forward if that feels good, or just lengthen your spine. Just by lengthening your spine in any pose, you're going to get a deeper stretch. So really focus on the length. And then maybe walk it over to one side if that feels good. We have a lot of different movements that we're going to go through today. But all of our movements today will be pretty basic. Nothing too technical or hard, but you are welcome to either modify or make it a little bit harder today at your own pace, as you wish. So go ahead and take your hands right back to center. We're going to extend the legs out from here and just take a moment to again just shake out the legs, just kind of warm up the joints a little bit, loosen them up. And then really feeling that length again in your spine. So if you're able to lift your spine a little taller, kind of leaning a little bit forward, maybe a little bend in your knees, and rooting your sit bones down. So feel your sit bones rooting into the mat as you lift up to the crown of the head. And you can take your hands by your sides if you need a little support for your spine here. Pull the shoulders back and down, pull the toes towards your heart, and then take those arms away so you can hold that posture as you lift those arms up overhead. Lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, you're going to fold forward over the legs, and then just relax here, 2 breaths. Coming back to that slow, deep breath. Using that breath as an anchor for your mind. So once you can focus again on the breath, just let go of any thoughts that are in your mind. Let go of any inner dialogue. And just focus on the sensations as you take that breath in and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold in, letting go of any tension. Go ahead and roll yourself up from here. We'll come into a little back bend. So you're going to take your hands behind you and start to come back to your elbows. Just taking your palms flat. You can maybe even tuck your fingers underneath your sit bones a little bit. Once you're in this position, then just squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit as you press down into your elbows and really open up your heart. So this is a good heart opener, a nice little, like a little back bend as well. So good flexibility through the spine. As you squeeze your shoulder blades together, see if you can just let your head come back and relax into that little pillow that you've created with your neck muscles in this pose. can seal pose. We'll take one more breath. Open up the whole front of the body and exhale. Start to take your head back into neutral. Slowly. And then coming back up to the hands. Press yourself up. Let's bend those knees one more time. Taking your hands behind your thighs, and then we'll start to find a little balance on your sit bones coming into boat pose. So as you squeeze your knees together in boat pose, again, so I'm going to give you some different options here. So let's fire up your core, so you can stay here if that feels good. If you want to make it a little harder, you can also take your hands away and just reach those hands away and try to hold yourself, hold your balance here. If you want to go even further, you can straighten out your legs and really start to squeeze the front of the thighs. Pull yourself up a little bit stronger maybe. And breathe. Take one more breath wherever you are. And as you exhale, we're going to start to lower down just a little bit. Come to the back of your hips. Scoop those hips under. Start to lower your lower body, upper body. Coming a little closer into a hover here. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, nice and strong, pull it all up. Maybe bending your knees to your chest or keeping your legs straight. And as you exhale, we'll go ahead and come into table pose. And just cross the legs and roll up over the legs. You can just swing those legs around and come into your table. So we're going to take the hands below the shoulders. Spread your fingers apart really wide and find a nice stretch through your hands and forearms as you press your knuckles down. Knees are right below the hips, and then we can take cat-cow from here. So dropping your belly, pull your shoulders back, and look up as you open the heart, lift your tailbone. That's your inhale, and as you exhale, you round your spine, come into the opposite position. Let your head fall in between your arms, looking at the navel, tuck the tailbone, and then drop the belly again, pull the shoulders back. And flow with the breath a couple times here. Exhale, rounding spine, coming into cat. Inhale, dropping belly, coming into cow. Exhale, rounding spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, scooping the chest forward. And then we'll come into neutral spine right after that. So right in between your cat-cow is your neutral spine. So right in the middle. And then we'll try to start to take a little balance as you extend your leg back, your right leg. Let's start with the right leg. Okay, extend the right leg back, start to feel that shift, that balance, and try to keep it all centered if possible. And then we'll just start to bend your knee, take your knee to the outer shoulder, okay, out and around, so you're making a big circle. So we're gonna do that a few times. Extend the leg out, and then take it out to the side and into the shoulder. Extend the leg straight back, take it out to the side and into the shoulder. One more time like that. Nice big circle. Got a lot of hip work today. All right, let's try that on the other side. So center your hips, find your balance here. See if you can just extend the left leg out this time. And without shifting over too much, if you can avoid that. So really feel the extension from the hip and then start to bend the knee and pull the knee to the shoulder. And then back down and reach it out. Nice big circle. Take it out to the side, knee to shoulder, and extend. Nice big circle. Two more times. Just really loosen up the hips, loosen up the glutes. A lot of inner thigh work today. So one more round here. And then come back into table. And we'll switch the legs again one more time. So your right leg comes out and your left arm is going to extend out this time. So coming into a little balance, opposite arm leg. Inhale to extend and feel that extension. Exhale to come together in cat spine as you take elbow and knee together. Press the floor away there. Inhale and extend back out. And let's flow with that breath. Exhale, come together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come together. One more round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come together. And coming back into table, we'll take a quick child's pose. So big toes come together, knees go out nice and wide. Press the hips back over the heels and extend your arms out towards the top of the mat. Take one breath there. Reach your arms out a little further if you can. Press your fingers into the mat, lift your wrist. And then come back into table. And we'll do the other side. So once you find your table, extend your left leg back out. Your right arm comes out. Inhale to find the extension opposite directions. Exhale to come together and cat spine, elbow and knee together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze and press the floor away. So just start to flow with the breath 2 more times. Inhale, reach. And exhale, squeeze. And so again, just bringing that breath flow back in. All right, so go ahead and come back into table, and we'll come back into child's pose one more time. Hips go back over heels. Arms extend to the top of the mat. Drop the chest down a little bit further, forehead to the mat. And we'll take both hands over to the right side of the mat. Take a big breath into your side body and shoulder. And let's go the other way, hands over to the left. Take a big breath into your side body and your shoulder. And then come back to center. Bringing your knees back underneath your hips, and we'll flip the toes from here, come back into downward facing dog. So we're gonna start with the knees bent in downward facing dog. Start to find a lot of length in your spine. So we're gonna start there, press your chest towards the thighs, and lift the tailbone up. And really start to press out through your arms, and spread your fingers apart here if you can, so you have a nice base to balance with. All right, and then from here, just making sure not to shrug those shoulders up to the ears. You want to try to slide your shoulders down away from your spine as you're in downward facing dog, and loosen up your neck. So maybe even shake it out, yes and no a little bit. Shake out your head, yes, no. And once you find that nice long line through your upper body, then you can start to pedal out your feet. Pressing one heel down and then switching as you breathe, coming back to the breath. All right, so from here we're going to go through a slow, modified Vinyasa Flow. So as you inhale, we're coming forward into a high plank. Pause here, okay? So you have 2 options. You can come down with straight legs to the floor, or you can drop your knees and you can come down to the floor with your knees down. So starting to lower your body down, keep everything nice and straight. Elbows squeeze into the ribs and shoulders away from the ears. Once your belly comes to the ground, press off your toes and lift your heart. You can come into low cobra, which is nice for the back muscles. It's a good back strengthener and a heart opener. So if this feels good, low cobra is a little more modified, and then upward facing dog would be a little bit more work. So it depends on what you're going for today. Okay, upward facing dog, your arms are straight, your shoulders are back, and you press into the tops of your feet as you look up. And as you exhale, you come into table pose and then downward facing dog, or child's pose, or fully into downward facing dog. So you have a few different options. You can always take child's pose if you need it instead of taking downward facing dog. Okay, otherwise, let's come into downward facing dog. All right, so that was one time slow through. We're gonna go through one more round, taking any option that you would like to with your breath. So as you inhale, come forward. As you exhale, lower down, knees down or up. As you inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lift those hips and come back into downward facing dog or child's pose if you need it. Take one more breath in child's pose. Drop those heels down all the way. On your inhale, look forward between your hands. Step or hop forward to your hands and come into forward fold at the top of your mat. All right, so right here in forward fold, take your big toes to touch. And then we'll grab opposite elbows and we'll sway just a little bit side to side. Loosen up the hips, loosen up the back. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, maybe even in the calves. And just let all the tension go in your neck, your head. And let that feel good. Take one big breath and open up any tension that you can. And then we'll start to bend the knees just a little bit and roll yourself up into a standing pose. So stack one vertebrae at a time as you lift. Feel that unraveling of your spine, and then bringing your head up last. So once you come into Tadasana pose, it's our standing pose. You want to just take your hands together at your heart from here. And as you inhale, we'll take those arms out and up. Inhale and reach up, coming into tall mountain. Maybe even coming into a little back bend here. Exhale and fold forward. Take your arms out to the side and come down with a straight spine all the way down into forward fold. And just let all that tension go at the bottom. On your inhale, you take your hands to either your thighs and lift up halfway to lengthen your spine. If you want to make it a little harder, you can sweep your arms back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale and come back down to the ground, forward fold. So that was one time through. Slowly, we can do it a little bit faster with the breath. Root down through the feet. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up, tall mountain. Look up, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. All the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come back down, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, rooting down through the feet, lifting up through the heart. Exhale, keep taking your hands to your heart center in Tadasana. Beautiful. So let's add on to that. So that's just about the speed that we'll go through our flow. We're going to go first slow and then a little bit faster. So just go ahead and take that first round as like a test if you're not quite sure. So let's come into chair pose on the inhale. Coming down into chair. Bend your knees and try to get down as low as you can without falling forward. Okay, so keeping your body upright. Tuck your tailbone here just a little bit. Squeeze the palms together. Pull the shoulders back and down. Beautiful. And as you breathe, we'll come a little bit deeper into that pose. As you exhale, coming a little bit lower. Warm up those legs. Inhale, extend the arms and up. Arms out and up overhead, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale, lengthen out your spine. And as you exhale, come back down. Hands to the floor. We're going to step back with the right leg here into low lunge. So find that nice low lunge here and then take your right hand down and your left arm up for a twist. Good. Exhale, come back down to the ground. And we'll drop the back knee on this one, or you can keep the back leg extended for kneeling crescent or high crescent lunge. Okay, so I'm going to show you that modified version for the first round. So if you're in that lunge pose, you want to tuck your tailbone here, really open up the hip flexor and the back leg. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, interlace those fingers, and exhale, hands come to the back of the head. Open the heart. Take one more breath. And then we'll take the hands back down to the ground and step back from here into high plank. Inhale at the top and exhale to lower down, knees down or up. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. On your inhale, we'll take the left leg up to the sky for a three-leg dog. So really lift and lengthen that leg as you drop your right heel down just a little bit more. Exhale, step the foot forward. Spin the back foot down to the ground so your heel is flat, your toes are out 45 degrees, and then come into warrior one. So rise up. So really feel that extension in the back leg here, bending your front knee just a little bit more, squaring your hips off to the front of the room. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands come back down. Turn the back foot forward and then step forward into forward fold. Inhale, take your arms out and up for tall mountain. Lift and lengthen. Deep breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back down, forward fold. Good, hands come to the floor. Step your left leg back. Find low lunge first. Left hand down to the ground. Right arm goes up for a twist. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale, hand comes down. Drop the back knee or stay in high crescent lunge. Arms go up. Good. Pressing the hips forward, lifting the heart. Tucking that tailbone just a little bit. Interlace your fingers. Take the hands to the back of the head. Press the head back into the hands. Open the heart. Take one breath. And then take the hands back down to the ground from here. Lift the back leg. Step back into high plank. Inhale at the top. And exhale, go through the flow of your choice. Lowering down. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, lift your left leg. Sorry, lift your right leg. And as you exhale, knee to nose, squeeze, and come into warrior one. So we're gonna flatten the back heel down. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. Good, and then go ahead and rise up, warrior one pose. So we really wanna reach back into that back leg, press the heel down, maybe bend that front knee just a little bit more, and square the hips off to the front of the mat. Take that breath in, look up. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground. Spin the back foot forward and then step forward into forward fold. Inhale, arms go out and up, tall mountain. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you this time. And we'll open the heart even more. So if you can't interlace your fingers together like this and straighten out your elbows, that's okay. It's just, if you can get close, that's good. But if you're not anywhere close to that, you can also grab your forearms instead. Okay, so different options. Find the one that works for you and start to open your heart. So open the chest, open the shoulders, lift the heart, but don't arch your back. So try to pull the navel to the spine as you open your heart. Very good. One big breath here. Bend the knees just a little bit and start to fold forward halfway. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep reaching your heart forward. Head in line with the rest of the body. Good. Either holding this position with your hands or letting those hands go, whatever feels good. Fold all the way over. Forward fold. Maybe taking your hands up towards the sky, squeezing those shoulder blades together a little more. Release the hands. And we'll start to squat it down again once more from here. All right, so once you're here, you guys, I want you to practice rolling back and seeing if you can catch your balance in boat pose. Okay, so try that out. If you need to take your hands back for a second and reset yourself, that's okay. But nice and slow, nice and controlled. Let's find that boat pose one more time. We're gonna start to wind it down just a little bit here. So just extending your legs out. One last pose to squeeze all that tension out for today. Extend those legs, lean back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through the abdominals. Take a breath or two, keep breathing. Inhale one more time, squeeze the palms, squeeze all the muscles in the body. And as you exhale, come all the way down and relax. Using the breath as an anchor. Starting to slow the breath down a little bit consciously. And if there's any thoughts that start to enter into your mind, just simply focus back on the breath and just let the thoughts go. With each inhale, expanding the whole front of the body, letting go of any tension that you can with your exhale, anything that you notice in your body. Just starting to bring that awareness into your body and your mind into the present. So we're going to work with a mantra for this meditation today. And a mantra is just simply a statement that you say over and over again. You can say it to yourself, or you can say it in your mind, or you can say it out loud. So whatever feels good for you. But then we can use the mantra as an anchor. So if your mind starts to drift off away, then you just simply bring it right back to that mantra. And the mantra that we're going to use today, it goes like this. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful and at ease. So we'll repeat that mantra over and over again, and we're going to send that energy and that statement to different places. Just going to help to really bring, cultivate, again, that love and compassion towards yourself and towards those around you. Helps to release some stress. or any negative emotions that you might be holding on to that are kind of lingering around. So it's a good way to shift your energy. So the first person that we will direct this statement to is ourselves. So we'll say this mantra to ourselves a few times. And if it's hard for you to say this to yourself, then maybe you can practice in your mind's eye, picturing yourself as a child and saying that to yourself as a child. So let's begin, and we'll start by saying, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful and at ease. May I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful and at ease. Repeat that to yourself at your own pace. If it feels good, you can take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or maybe even two hands to your heart. Giving yourself that love and support. Noticing any sensations, any emotions that come up. And then we're going to direct that statement to somebody that you're close to, maybe a loved one or a family member. So just think about that person and hold that person in your heart, just visualizing that person. And repeating the mantra, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful and at ease. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful and at ease. Repeating that one more time. So we'll take a nice deep breath in together. And bringing to mind, in your mind's eye, either an acquaintance or somebody that you don't yet know too well. Maybe a friend of a friend, or maybe even thinking of the world as a whole. And repeating the mantra, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful and at ease. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful and at ease. Repeating that one more time to yourself. Directing all of that energy to this person or to the world. Take another deep breath in together. Slowly releasing the breath. And bringing to your mind's eye someone in your life that you may have difficulty with at the moment. Someone that may be causing you stress or some emotion that's hard to deal with. And just knowing that that person is also human, they're also vulnerable, they're also hurting and possibly suffering. And if any difficult emotions come up during the mantra, you can continue and repeat, or you can simply direct that mantra back to yourself. So let's start that again. Repeating, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful and at ease. May you be safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you be peaceful and at ease. Just repeating that mantra again one more time to yourself, noticing anything that comes up. Any emotions that you may want to release or let go of. We'll take another deep breath in together, inhaling through the nose all the way. Pausing at the top of the breath, holding that for a moment, and as you exhale, just releasing any tension or any emotions that you'd like to let go of. Just taking a few more normal, natural breaths. Just noticing how you feel right now in this moment. Notice how you feel physically, mentally, energetically. And may you take that with you into the rest of your day. If you're lying down, you can roll off to one side, or you can slowly make your way into a seated position. And we'll start to close our practice together today. Taking our hands together at the heart. Just want to end practice today thanking you so much for coming in and practicing with me today. I really appreciate your support and appreciate us being able to practice together and do this together. Even though it may be far away, we're still bringing our energies together, and I hope you feel so much better today. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.